global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
So we must have to say a couple of things. Number one, first and foremost, Dr. Abati did not leave because of the fact that Larry Olayinka, was coming here. We have to restate that. He was indisposed. He couldn't make it here. He called in sick.
Now, Larry Olayinka, in his write-up today, has replied that statement made by Rufai. The reason why he replied was because the refutation written by Dr. Abati in his write-up, he told Nigerians that I was not absent from the morning show on Friday to avoid any discussion. I was engaged at the pre-scheduled book review for Oprah Benson, Life and Legend, a 550-page publication by Dr. Udu Yakubu. It was an honorable intellectual commitment. That was what he said. But however, Larry Olayinka stepped up and made this statement. He says in his X account that Rufai Useni said Reuben Abati was not available on Friday, June 6, 2025 because he was sick. He said Abati called in sick. Abati said he wasn't sick. He now said Rufai fire. Abati called in sick. At Abati 1990, I was engaged at a pre-scheduled book review. Rufai Useni, can you now see why I insisted you should let Reuben Abati defend himself, that you are not a spirit to know what Abati did when you were not with him? Next time, act within the limit of your knowledge. Happy Sunday. It seems as though Larry is not ready to allow this whole thing to rest. He's still possibly watching the videos over and over again to pick one or two things that did not align, especially as it has to do with Rufai's statement and the refutation by Dr. Abati. And Nigerians have reacted to it, and Olauda says, Larry, you were disgraced and very unprofessional. You were disgraceful and very unprofessional in that interview. The zeal of protecting obtuse politician for a slightly better standard of living will be the albatross of professionals like you. You should realize that there are limits. I'll take that again. Say, you should realize that there are limits to civil engagement, especially on live television. You should also be able to strike the balance between official duties and domestication of your services. You aren't Wike's houseboy, or are you? To the best of my knowledge, you are his media aide. The respect you accord to your office rubs off on the general respect and perception that journalists get in the polity. Finally, there is always a tomorrow, Power, as they say, is transient. Nigeria will forever not remain like this. That was the position of the young man who, replied him. That's talking about a lot of statements that Larry has made. Now, another person here say it is not in Rufai's place to give any details about Abati, except Abati has expressly consented for him to do so. It doesn't matter what Rufai say. Stop trivializing these things. Another reaction here coming from Regnarol. He said it is interesting how some individuals can dish out harsh words but struggle to handle a test of their own medicine. Larry Olayinka outburst on Arise TV, Live TV, is a reminder that decorum is essential, especially for those in position of influence. If he wants to be taken seriously as a spokesperson, perhaps a refresher course on professionalism and maturity is in order for him. That's what another person reacted. That's the reaction of another person. My colleague is in the house and we just want to talk about this. Do you think that it's okay for them to keep drumming this? Because for me, I think that the refutation given by Abati is enough to put all of this to rest. But it seems as though Larry Olayinka is still bothered about this whole thing. I don't know where this will end. But I feel that at this point, being a spokesperson, he should be responding based on the demand of his boss? Or do you think that his boss is interested in this continuous lambasting, considering the fact that Dr. Abati in recent past has taken has slammed Wike severally?
Let's tell ourselves the truth here, or let's be very factual without being biased. I think Larry Olayinka is being petty. The answer you're looking for, your right to reply. Abati has responded. Dr. Abati has responded, and I'm very hopeful that he's still going to say it again on live television. But then again, he has responded. I thought you were interested in what the move against your principal, how Dr. Reuben Abati slammed your principal, and the allegation you put on Dr. Abati's lapse, of which he has refuted. I thought you would have handle. That's the whole essence of you coming to Arise Television in first instance. But you decided to go below the belt again and started saying, Rufai, you said he reported sick, but Abati is saying that he did not report sick. That's very petty. Honestly, I feel that's not the main reason. It's just like you leaving the main point and going for silent point that are not so relevant. They're just one of those points that came to put body to the essay. But the main point, you have overlooked it. Now, talking about Larry, I think Larry is just trying to, he's trying to learn from his principal. He wants to look like his principal. He wants to look like, so that when they say Larry, you say Wike. When you hear Larry, you now say, oh, Larry, like Wike, like Prodigy. Wike owner Bonkomo. Larry, are you sure this route you are passing, you can actually sustain it? Wike, as he sleeps, he's strategizing. As he's waking up, all his body is just telling him, do something, think something, act something, just make sure something is being done. Larry is making it look as if, he can sustain that, antagonism pace. He may not be able to if it's not in your nature. Don't try to. I think he should work his style. He's a trained journalist. He should be able to work his style. Wike, that is boncom for Wike. But if he sustains this pace, I feel that when all of this is over and Larry goes back home after like 4 years or 3 years after all of this service, if of course Wike doesn't sustain him or retain him, or if he doesn't go beyond this politically, because I'm sure he's doing all of this to gain more attention, but I think he's getting more negative vibes from others. But if he continues in this manner, I hope he will not go into some sort of depression afterwards, because you can't keep bringing so much negative energy on others and you expect some sort of positive energy on his path. But personally speaking, I feel Larry is overdoing himself to impress his principal. I believe he's doing this so that when his principal sees quote and unquote his good works and say, yes, that's my boy. But then again, he's not looking beyond the now. The brand he's creating, the brand he's creating for himself, is a brand that is, so to speak, feeling toxic. Toxic in the sense that, how many other persons have you not insulted? From Dele Momodu to Isaac Fayoshe, is there anyone he has not? Is there anyone Larry has spared to Rotimi Amechi? He literally talks to everyone, anyhow. But then again, that's the brand he has chosen, to follow. But then again, personally, if you ask me, I still insist that was very petty.
All right. Well, I think that he may be doing the bidding of his boss, because he who pays the piper, they take the tin. And that's exactly what Larry is trying to do. But however, I think this whole thing will be climaxed tomorrow when Dr. Abati will, complete the body of the whole essay he wrote. I'm talking about his refutation. But then I would advise that Abati forgets about the whole stuff, just as he rightly pointed out. The person he should be addressing, who is a public figure, is actually in some Wike. So whatever Larry was saying out there, for me, it's not important, because he's not the person in the show. Let's leave it there. Let's make our conversation.